G'day everyone, Graham from Great Off-Road Adventures. Welcome back to this week's episode. In the last one, you would have left us at Lovick's hut. So in this week, we're going to take the return journey from Lovick's hut, check out Bindaree Falls. We're also going to relocate our camp from our beautiful camp at King Hut over to our next fantastic camp near Dargo at Black Snake Creek. Welcome to Great Off-Road Adventures and the Great Eas-Cape. We've shown you 3 seasons of rocks to reefs as we've explored our own backyard and the beautiful areas of Western Australia. Now it's time for us to take you to the East Coast. We're going to start in the Vic High Country, we're going to finish in Cape York. Come along for a hell of an adventure. These high country views are never ever going to get old. I highly recommend that if you come over to the high country, head up onto some of these ridgeline tracks and check them out. They are the best way to capture the vastness and the majesticness that is the high country. We're taking a slightly different track back to camp. So instead of going down Bluff Link Road, we've gone down 16 mile Jeep track, and it basically descends down onto the upper Halfway River in about a third the distance of the Bluff Link Road, which means it's about twice as steep, or also twice as fun. If anybody ever wondered about the diff ratio change, it's not just for towing, it's also really good in low range again. That's just natural engine braking, 5 k's an hour, sort of 1500 to 2000 RPM, not touching the brakes. Means you can just concentrate on picking your line. down here at the walk for Bindaree Falls now. Just parked up, looks like we're going to have it to ourselves. That's always a win. So yeah, just about to leave the car. There's absolutely water running down the creek, so it's always a good chance there's water going over the falls. But I just love this, right? Like a green rainforest oasis, but it's not. It's the high country. So anyway, Bindaree Falls walk, 200 meters, so 400 meters return, 20 minutes, short, steep hills on a form track. So. Riding Daddy Horsey.
Just like the horses we saw on the road.
The walk into Bindaree Falls is pretty easy, and it is on a formed track. There's a few steps though, so that's the only thing to consider, but this is Bindaree Falls. Check it out. What do you think?
Oh, it's beautiful. Wow. Absolutely gorgeous.
Back at camp. Another cracking day. So yeah, we took a pretty good fun drive this morning. I look at some of the stretches along the upper Hauqua River. We obviously looked at the lower Hauqua section the other day. But yeah, awesome. And the views from the bluff track across the top of the ridge, I mean, that's the spectacular high country views that we wanted to come and see, and that's just a scratch on the surface because we've got more of it planned in other areas of the high country. So yeah, pretty special area. Anyway, plan for this afternoon. Tomorrow is moving day, so plan for this afternoon, just do a bit of packing away on stuff. So a little bit of tidying up, a little bit of packing away, things like that, just so that tomorrow we can get on the move a little bit quicker. Forecast for tomorrow is 90% chance of 20 to 40 mil of rain coming in the afternoon. So we want to be moving earlier in the morning and at least get onto sealed roads by lunchtime, early afternoon, so that once that rain hits, we're not trying to drive on gravel up and down, towing a van with that much rain. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Just get ourselves ready for an early start tomorrow. Good morning, everyone. Very early start this morning. Just keeping across the weather situation, and rather than the rain coming in afternoon, it's coming in basically mid-morning from 9 a.m. So we don't want to be on these roads out here with the van on with any rain. So yeah, instead of a leisurely pack up and moving out in the daytime, it's 6:30, half an hour before first light, and yeah, we'll be getting on the road now. So back up Speculation Road, Circuit Road, Mount Sterling Road to get out. They're all gravel. Mount Sterling Road's very coarse gravel, so rain on that will be less of an issue, but the Circuit Road's been graded and it's quite a heavy clay content, and that will be slippery if it's wet. So yeah, let's get to it. Alright, so we made it off the gravel, out of the dirt. The rain just started to sprinkle on us at 10 o'clock, so it was the right call to get out of King Hut. We made it into Mansfield, refueled our bodies with a visit to the bakery and coffees, the essentials, and we've met back up with our good mates, the Mills, so at Mills for Adventure. And we're going to cruise with them for today and work our way down through Woods Point and down towards Glen Maggie, and then from there we will probably spend the night and then head around to Dargo tomorrow, which is basically our original plan. But instead of going the Jamison-Lycola road, we'll go down through Woods Point. So yeah, should be good. Got a bit of company today.
The Millsies look at things we don't look at, so we'll get to see different sites. I hear there might be a museum on the cards, something a bit different for us.
So yeah, no, should be a good fun day of touring and exploring. So bring it on. Just a bit wet, good weather for ducks. With us hitting the gravel again and the rain starting to fall a bit heavier, it was time for us to lower our tyre pressures. I went down to 25 psi, which was the perfect tyre pressure for this sort of corrugated gravel road between Jamison and Woods Point, and also further south of Woods Point. The drive between Jamison and Woods Point alongside the Goulburn River is simply stunning. I would 100% recommend putting this on a touring route through the Vic High Country. There is a heap of reserves and camping grounds and points of interest to check out along the way. It was well worth doing. We are currently between Jamison and Woods Point. And the drive along here, along the edge of the river and the creek, has just been stunning. What do you think, Jess?
Oh yeah, loving the drive. It's been beautiful watching the creek on either side of the car, just twist and turn around, and the wall of foliage either side of it. It's gorgeous.
The actual road itself has been good quality. It's gravel and there's corrugation, so you just adjust your pressures and drive accordingly. But for having had a little bit of rain on it, it's perfectly fine. It's a nice coarse, like blue metal sort of surface. So yeah, it's fine for the wet weather. Lots of blind corners, but that's like every road in the high country, so just keep left. But anyway. Immediately after leaving Woods Point, we started the climb up over the range. This would be the most challenging section of the road for us, with a steep climb in the wet that took us over 1,000 metres of elevation and up into the clouds. Being high country rookies, we were a little bit nervous about the conditions. However, we drove to them, and with the right setup and the right gear, proved that it was not an issue whatsoever and there was no need for us to be concerned. Alright, afternoon update for today. As you can see, the weather is miserable. We came through from Mansfield down to Jamison to Woods Point. Now we've come across to the Upper Yarra. So we're staying in the Upper Yarra Reservoir camping area. Still with our friends the Millses. You know, we sort of laughed about it and said sometimes when you've got bad weather or a bit of adversity, that sort of thing, shared with company it's halved. So, you know, it's not as bad or as miserable, because at least you're sharing it with someone else and you can have a joke and a laugh and whatnot. So and it was good actually having the company on the roads today. Not that the roads were how you're going or we had any scary moments, but you know, we were up over 1100, 1200 meters at times, in the fog, in the rain, on the gravel. And that's not anything that scared us, but you know, was, I guess, a degree of the unknown. So yeah, we've set up the awnings, we've set up the camper. Well, the Millsies have set up their camper, we've set up the hybrid, and yeah, we're just going to ride it out as best we can. It's going to continue to rain through this evening, should dry out tomorrow, and we'll go on tomorrow, resupply on some fresh produce, refill the water, empty out the loo, and head in towards Dargo to continue the rest of our high country exploration. So yeah, I mean, we would have loved to have gone Jamison-Lycola Road today, but up over Mount Skeen, 1500 meters, a lot of climbing and descending, and we would have been doing it solo because it didn't necessarily tie in with the Millsies' plan. So yeah, we've taken a bit of a wider detour to stay with them and go on slightly safer roads and have company doing so. And then yeah, once the weather clears, it'll happen overnight, we'll head into Dargo tomorrow. So yeah, anyway, I'll show you what we've done to ride out the weather, just in case it interests anyone. So we always keep some pre-cooked meals frozen in the freezer. So we've got a honey mustard chicken in here. That water's just simmering away just to defrost it. So that's going to be dinner tonight. The rain is coming in this way. The level ground and whatnot's basically necessitated this is the orientation of we set up the trailers. So to give us a bit of protection, I've used the end privacy screen that would traditionally go on the anti-flap bracket. I've used it along here as a half screen, so that way we have a bit of protection, but we've not totally closed ourselves off from our friendly neighbours. And then basically, you know, we've just got the kitchen set up and a few bits and pieces there. Chairs set up, we can pull them right back so that they don't get rained on. The girls are in all their best wet weather gear and warm gear. Whoops. And then the van's set up as it would normally be. And later on, when we get ready for bed, we'll turn the diesel heater on because it's going to be low single digits tonight, so it's going to be chilly. Anyway, there you go, tour of our camp at the Upper Yarra Reservoir, our wet weather camp. Well, we're just going past 4 in the afternoon. We're on the Bairnsdale Dargo Road. We don't have too much further to go to get to camp for today. We're electing to go to Black Snake Creek, which is on the Wanangata Road, and it'll be on the edge of the Wanangata River. So yeah, should be a good camp spot. It's nice and central, get a good base camp for the next few days of tracks that we want to do. So yeah, last 2 days have been pretty long days in the car. Yesterday with all the rain and having to take a wider detour around the Jamison-Lycola Road because didn't know what the go was with the rain, and then obviously that longer detour has played into having a longer day today as well. So yeah, anyway, we've got hopefully half an hour and we're at camp, all going well. Cool, we've made it to our next spot. Van's there. We pulled in. There's another family all the way down the far end setting up some tents. They literally must have beaten us here by a few minutes. We would have gone down there probably unknowingly and just set ourselves up, but they were there, so we were forced to have to look around a little bit. And yeah, we found this spot. Tree looks pretty good, doesn't look like it's going to drop anything on us. Van is in this nice little cul-de-sac, and we have the best access down to the water. So yeah, should be more than comfortable enough spot for us for the next few days. In the meantime, it's 5 o'clock. We've got a roast to cook for dinner tonight, so I'm actually going to set the Weber up first, get the roast underway, and then set up the rest of the van. I guess that's the sort of beauty of not needing the van opened up and set up to start doing things. So yeah, let's get to it. Well, dinner's proven to be a success. We did a roast chicken in the Weber. It's just nice and easy when we got here. We could get it going, set stuff up, get the fire going, cook whilst we did everything else. Beautiful sunset out there behind us. Hopefully we get blessed with another one in the next few days whilst we're here, and I'll try and do something cool with day to night time lapse, something like that. But I don't promise anything, because no guarantee that we're going to continue to have patchy clouds. Unfortunately tonight, just not going to happen, not with getting in here, cooking dinner, getting set up, all of that. So but there's a nice window there, and I reckon we can do something cool with the stars tonight. Anyway, Black Snake Creek proving itself to be a very nice camp spot. I'd say equally as good as King Hut. G'day everyone. It was so peaceful last night at Black Snake Creek, and where the van is, it's getting a lot of morning shadows, so either we were all a bit tired or everyone enjoyed a really good sleep in this morning. We had planned today to be a lazy day because of a detour and the extra driving the last few days, so no plans to leave camp today other than going to the Dargo pub for lunch. And everyone slept in until like 9:30, so yeah, feeling really good this morning. Sun's poking through, warming us up, coffee's made. And the plans for today, we've got, well, the plans for the next few days, we've got 3 days at Black Snake Creek. We're going to do Billy Goat's Bluff track the one day and link that in with a few more tracks to create a loop, and then we're going to go do the Crooked River track up through the Grant historical area, and then come back down either Randalls or something like that, back down towards camp. The plan for the third day was to take a drive out to Wannangatta Valley, but a lot of the access tracks in and out of there are still closed due to the bushfire, so we've had to scratch that one off the list, which does give us a free day. And so the free day we've elected to use today, which has worked good with the sleep in. And we've booked a table at the Dargo Hotel for lunch. So that's all we have to do today, go to the pub for lunch. I'm all for that.
There is no doubt about it that the iconic Dargo Hotel would be on everybody's high country bucket list. Jess and I stopped in for a drink and a meal, and I'm so glad we did. The place has got so much character, it's got so many awesome, cool decorations, and I reckon I had one of the best palmies that I've ever had anywhere for lunch. So if you're in the area, 100% go and check out the Dargo pub. It is everything it is cracked up to be.
Well, Been a lovely, relaxing afternoon. Dinner's underway. Give you a quick look at that. Couple porterhouse steaks straight on the fire. Salad's pre-made. We feasted at the Dargo pub, so no carbs for dinner tonight. Just meat and salad.
Sorry.
Well, that is a wrap for this week's episode. Quickly, who caught the sneaky aurora at the end of the last time lapse? It took me by complete surprise when I went and reviewed it the next day. Anyway, coming up in next week's episode, we go and tackle some of the fun tracks in the hills around Dargo, including going up and checking out the Pinnacles Lookout. Happy safe adventuring, stay safe on the tracks and trails. Hopefully one day we get to see you out there. If not, we will see you in next week's episode. Cheers.